Good morning, home builders. We are on day 63, and we're talking about playing favorites today. And as we know, this has caused a lot of issues in families in the Word of God. We start with the first case of that with Isaac and Rebekah. And it says here in Genesis 25, verse 26 to 28, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. All right, so we see from this, if you're familiar with this account, that Dad loved one kid, and Rebekah loved the other kid, and you know what happens there. That causes great animosity. Jacob winds up. Rebekah even encourages Jacob to steal the blessing. It's just the whole thing is not good. And you want to cause strife in your family? Have favorites. Now, obviously, there are going to be days where one kid is a little more favored in your eyes just because of how they're behaving. But I'm talking, where you have a favorite child and you treat that child differently than others. I've seen this with grandchildren, and I've seen the effect of that, and I have seen it with children, and it's bad. It's just, it causes defeat in a child's life. It causes arrogance in the heart of the other child that is favored. When you have kids of different genders, sometimes this isn't as hard of an issue, but when you have two of the same, why aren't you like your brother? Why aren't you like your sister? Type phrases shouldn't come out of our mouth. Each of our children are completely different, and they're going to have different skill sets. They're going to have different abilities to learn. They're going to have different ways that they react. I've talked to you guys many times. Emily had to be a certain pitch before she listened to me. Jacob, you raised your voice yelling at him, and he just shut down. So I had to know that about them. But this goes a little beyond that. This has to go with loving our children the same. Now, how do you love a child the same when they're different? Now, that just goes into making sure you are trying to be equitable as much as possible with your time, with your, that's not even always the case, because sometimes you have a child that has a need that you need to spend more time with them on the case. But at that same point, it comes down to how are you loving them? Do they know that they don't have to meet some expectation of their brother and sister to gain your love? And so I'd encourage you to be very careful on that. And if you have said those phrases before, try to get those out of your vocabulary. And I think your family will be the better for it. So today's parenting principle: do not play favorites with your children. Treat them with the same love and kindness, regardless of their individual interests and personalities. That's the part. Their interests might not be an interest of yours. Their personality, believe it or not, their personality might rub you the wrong way. And eventually you're going to realize maybe some of those characteristics are ones in myself that I don't care about, and that's why. So just be very careful with this. Hope to see you guys tonight. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.